Greetings and wishes from Rohini College of Engineering and Technology and myself Manoj, Assistant Professor Mechanical. In this session, we are going to discuss about the ideal and real gases and its thermodynamic relations. First of all, we're going to discuss about the gas mixtures and its composition properties. So gas mixture, it extends to the pure substance, which is defined as a substance which means that is homogeneous and unchanging of chemical composition. So while considering the composition of a gas mixture, these properties are more important, the mass and mole fractions. Hence, to determine the property of a gas mixture, we need to know the composition of a mixture as well as the property of the individual components present in a gas mixture. So there are specifically two ways to describe the composition of a mixture, either by specifying the number of moles present in each component is called as molar analysis, and by specifying the mass of each component present in the gas mixture is called as gravimetric analysis. Gravimetric analysis is also called as the mass analysis. Here the PVT behavior of gas mixture as discussed. An ideal gas is defined as a gas whose molecules are spaced far apart so that the behavior of a molecule is not influenced by the presence of other molecules. Such a situation is encountered at a very low densities. So hence we have to study about the ideal and real gas behavior. The ideal gas is defined as a gas whose molecules space far apart, so the behavior of a molecule is not influenced by the presence of other molecule. So it is also mentioned that real gases approximate this behavior closely when they are at a low pressure or high temperature relative to their critical point values. The PVT behavior of an ideal gas is expressed by the simple relation PV is equal to RT. It's a characteristic gas equation, that is PV is equal to RT, which is called as ideal gas equation of states. So when considering the real gas, the term becomes PV is equal to ZRT. The pressure, the P will be the pressure and V is the volume, R the gas constant, T will be the temperature, and the Z is the compressibility factor for a real gases. For finding the behavior of the real gases, this compressibility factor plays a very important role. Here it has been shown as the prediction of the PVT behavior of a gas mixture is usually based on two different models. One is the Dalton's law of additive pressure or a partial pressures, and the Amagat's law of additive pressure or a partial volume. Sorry, Dalton's law for the partial pressure and the Amagat law for the partial volume, right? So here the molecules do not influenced by other molecule. As we said, the ideal gas is a gas. The molecule do not influenced by other molecules present in the element. That is the low density, or else as we discussed previously, it occurs when low pressure or at higher temperature. The Dalton's law of partial pressure and Amagat's law of partial volume is illustrated in the diagram. Considering two different gases present in a separate column, consider the gas A having the volume and temperature V and T respectively, and the pressure at the gas A at part A is PA, and the gas B, it has been given as the pressure is PB, where it shows that the volume and temperature are constant. So is equal to the gas mixture. That means the partial pressure is Pa plus Pb. Hence, the gas mixture, the gas A and gas B mixes together and forms the mixture called A plus B. In that case, the volume and temperature remains constant. So therefore the pressure, the partial pressure will be the summation of all the pressure acting in a gas pot mixture. So here the Amagat's law of additive volume, which shows the volume. Here we know that PVT, the very important terms, the pressure, volume, temperature, the PVT behavior as we are studying. In case of Dalton's law of partial pressure, keeping the volume and the temperature as constant, the pressure value getting varied. In case of Amagat's law, it represents the partial volume. Hence, the remaining two parameters as pressure P and temperature T, by keeping these two elements constant, the variable, look at the second diagram, gas A having the volume called VA and gas B the volume VB. Then Amagat's law of additive volume represents the gas mixture contains the volume of the partial volume of VA plus VB. Here the Dalton's law is explained, which states that is the Dalton's law of additive pressure or partial pressure, which states that the total pressure exerted by a gas mixture is equal to the sum of the partial pressure of each individual components present in a gas mixture. So the diagram has clearly shown the pressure P1 having the different pressure P1, and look at the pressure P2, hence some variation that has been shown in the pressure gauge. By combining the two different gases at different pressures, the total pressure will be the summation of the sum of the partial pressure of the two different gases. It has been clearly illustrated in this diagrammatic representation. Look at the diagram. The first gas having the pressure of P1, the another gas having the pressure of P2. By combining these two different gases, we are getting the sum of the individual pressure. This has been stated by the Dalton's law. The empirical law was observed by John Dalton in 1801 and is related to the ideal gas law. So mathematically it has been represented as the partial pressure, the total pressure is equal to the sum of the summation of all the pressure in a gas mixture. That means if we are considering n number of gases, therefore the formula becomes P total is equal to P1 plus P2 etc. up to Pn, where the P1, P2, Pn represents the partial pressure of each component or each gases present in a mixture. So it is assumed that the gases do not react with each other. That is important. We are assuming there will not be any reaction occurs between two different gases. Here we have shown the Amagat's law of partial volume. Amagat's law of partial volume or additive volume of 1880 describes the behavior and properties of a mixture of ideal gases. Of use in chemistry and thermodynamics, Amagat law, which states that the volume of a gas mixture is equal to the sum of volumes of the k component gases if the temperature and the pressure remains constant. As we already mentioned, we are having three different properties: pressure, volume, temperature. Here the Amagat's law always represents the partial volume. Hence, by keeping the remaining the pressure and temperature as constant, the volume of a gas mixture is equal to the sum of the volume present in the k component gases. It has been clearly shown, illustrated in the diagram, and it is mathematically represented as Vm, that is a mixture. The volume of the mixture by keeping the temperature and pressure constant is equal to the summation of the V element, that is the summation of the volume by keeping the temperature and pressure constant. Hence Vi plus Vi that represents the volume called V1 plus V2 up to Vk. So this is the experimental expression of volume as an extensive quantity. It is named after Emil Amagat. So both the Amagat and Dalton's law predicts the property of gas mixture. So their predictions are same for ideal gases. However, for the real gases, the result may differ. So because as we already studied the ideal gas, the ideal gas and real gas, the major differences which deviates from the ideal gas behavior is called as real gases. The gas which deviates from the ideal gas behavior is said to be a real gas. So hence the Dalton's law of partial pressures assumes that the gases in the mixture are non-interacting with each other, and each gas independently applies its own pressure, the sum of which is the total pressure, as the Dalton's law stated. Where the Amagat's law, which has been stated that the volume of each component, which is having, we are keeping the temperature and pressure constant, we are keeping the pressure and temperature as same or additive. The interactions of the different gases are the same as the average interaction of the components. Ideal gas is a theoretical gas composed of a set of randomly moving points particles that interact only through elastic coalitions. The ideal gas concept is useful because it obeys the ideal gas law, a simplified equation of states, and in amenable to analysis under the statical mechanics. Yeah, at normal ambient conditions such as standard temperature and pressure STP conditions, the most real gases behave quantitatively like an ideal gas. Generally, the deviation from the real ideal gas tends to decrease with higher temperature and lower density, as the work performed by the intermolecular forces becomes less significant compared with the particles' kinetic energy, and the size of the molecules become less significant compared to the empty space between them. The ideal gas model tends to fail at very low temperature or high pressure when intermolecular forces and the molecular size become important. At some point of low temperature and high pressure, the real gases undergo a phase transition or a phase change, such as a liquid or a solid. The model of an ideal gas, however, does not describe or allow the phase transition. These must be modeled by more complex equations of states. The real gas. The ideal gas law is only an approximation to the actual behavior of the gases. At higher densities, that is at high pressure and low temperatures, the behavior of actual or real gas deviates from the predicted by the ideal gas law. So, real gas is a gas which deviates from the ideal gas equation or ideal gas law. In general, at sufficiently low pressures or at low densities, all gases behave like ideal gases. Yes, of course. Real gas as opposed to a perfect or ideal gas. FX refers to an assumption base where the following are taken into account. First one is a compressibility effect, then the variable heat capacity, and van der Waals forces, non-equilibrium thermodynamic effects, and issues with molecular dissociation and elementary reaction with variable compositions. So here the illustration in the diagrammatic illustration that has been shown us in low pressure, the difference between the low pressure, the behavior of the real gas in low pressure and high pressure condition. So at low pressure, it behaves as an ideal gas. There are lesser amount of intermolecular forces acting, and in high pressure, at high pressure, it has been clearly shown the intermolecular forces acting between the molecules. So hence, as we discussed, the same sufficiently low pressure or at low densities, all gases behaves like a ideal gas. So for most of the application, the real gas models have to be used near the condensation point of gases or near the critical point or at very high pressures, and in several other less usual cases. So here the difference between the ideal gases and the real gases. The ideal gas obeys all the gas laws under all conditions of temperature and pressure. So in case of real gases obey the gas law only at low pressures and at high temperature. The volume occupied by the molecules is negligible as compared to the total volume occupied by the gas in case of ideal gas. But in case of real gases, the volume occupied by the molecules is not negligible as compared to the total volume of the gases. In case of ideal gas, the force of attraction among the molecules are negligible. It has been clearly shown in the diagram. In case of ideal gas, there is no force of attraction. That is, the force of attraction is completely negligible. There is no force of attraction is shown. But in case of real gases, the force of attraction is not negligible at all temperatures and pressure. It has been clearly shown. The force of attraction has been clearly shown between the molecules. Okay, let's we discuss the equations of state for ideal and real gases in the next part. Thank you.